Ben was a normal guy living in a small town. His life changed when he found an old mirror at a garage sale. The mirror was ornate, antique, and had an eerie beauty to it. The seller practically begged him to take it, offering it for next to nothing. Ben was charmed by its vintage look and brought it home. After placing the mirror in his living room, Ben started noticing something strange. Every time he passed by the mirror, he would see a shadowy figure standing in the background. At first, he dismissed it as his imagination, but the figure became clearer with each passing day. It was a man, tall, with a hollow face and sunken eyes, always standing in the exact same spot behind Ben. Late at night, the figure would move. Ben would see it out of the corner of his eye, standing just a little closer, shifting slightly. One night, Ben woke up to a faint scratching noise. It was coming from the mirror. When he got up to investigate, the man in the reflection was no longer standing still. He was pounding on the glass, as if trying to break through. Terrified, Ben tried to cover the mirror, but it was useless. The figure began to appear not only in the reflection, but in his house as well. He'd catch glimpses of it in windows, on TV screens, and in every reflective surface. Desperate, Ben did some research and discovered that the mirror had a dark history. The man who had originally owned the mirror was murdered while standing in front of it. His killer was never caught. The local legend claimed that the man's soul became trapped in the glass, doomed to haunt anyone who owned it. Ben realized he had only one option left. He had to destroy the mirror. Hay took a hammer and smashed it, shattering the glass into hundreds of pieces. As the mirror broke, a horrifying scream filled the air, and the shadowy figure disappeared. Ben stood there, panting, thinking it was finally over. Ben cleaned up the glass and disposed of the frame, relieved to be rid of the curse. But the next morning, when he went to brush his teeth, he saw something horrifying in the bathroom mirror. It wasn't his reflection. The man was still there, but this time he wasn't behind Ben. He was Ben. His own reflection smiled at him, eyes sunken, mouth twisted unnaturally, as Ben stood frozen in terror. He tried to turn away, but his reflection didn't. The mirror Ben started laughing, his voice echoing through the house.